All right, so this is my trial, my practice run for the GOA teacher training course of a description of an assignment. We'll see if it works. It's me playing with Explain Everything and a little with iMovie. So this is an example of a case study, the 7 to 10 slides that I would have you do, also for a historical case study that you choose. Obviously start with the title slide. I don't know why my title slide got cut off, but it's the man who mistook his wife for a hat, which is, in my opinion, a pretty interesting case study about a guy who had a case of visual agnosia. So I'm just going to identify a couple of the key components of your presentation that I would like to see. And if you're interested in the case study, I'll record in another segment just some more details about Dr. P. And I'd like you to identify the signs of the particular ailment. How does a particular practitioner identify that a person has this particular ailment, and how does a person recognize certain cues? So in this particular case, it was things like Dr. P would face the door with his ears and not his eyes. He would not be able to recognize the face as a whole, but he could identify markers and things like that. The follow-up tests that the doctor or practitioner or whoever had to do in order to diagnose the actual ailment. And so in this particular case, after the initial observations, there were tests run, all of these tests run to see exactly what it was that he couldn't identify or couldn't visually perceive or recognize. And then following that, obviously, I would like you to discuss the diagnosis. And in this particular case study, there are a few definitions that are useful: agnosia, apperception, associative. And as you can see here, you can perhaps add in a video or something like that if you'd like, just to kind of, since these are historical case studies, perhaps you can find something on YouTube that links to current studies, or maybe there was a video of the original study. And then finally, I would like you to talk, obviously, since this is about the brain, I would like you to talk about the parts of the brain. And as you can see, not that, but as you can see on this diagram, if you open it up a little bit, you can see that there are places that were identified, called the FFA, or the fusiform gyrus, that are so I played a little with fading in and out with the volume. I actually took the PowerPoint presentation description and cut it into smaller chunks so that it would fit within our 3 to 4 minute window, because I don't think most people want to hear about the actual project, but just playing around with a little bit of the iMovie capabilities and the splitting clips and having the fade in and fade out of the volume, as well as trying to work with a little bit of the transition slides and just some fun features that iMovie actually provides. So I hope to be able to use some of this technology in a more polished form. But for now, this is a good practice. Hope you enjoyed.